Welcome to today's webinar. We are talking about skills for employment. And I'm Lucy Barnwell from the RNN Group, and I will be leading you on the skills for employment agenda we have. It's really exciting to be hosting this webinar today. This is a National Apprenticeship Week, and I'm going to share my screen, and you can see a lot of information about National Apprenticeship Week and all the things that we've been doing. So first of all, if you haven't logged on to the National Apprenticeship Week, then you can go on the national.appawards.co.uk and you can see the information here about National Apprenticeship Week, which runs all through this week. RNN Group have lots of things going on, including progression events and award ceremony. We also have webinars every single day this week, excluding the Friday, so Monday through Thursday, reflecting the themes of the week. So you can actually scroll down, as you can see here, and then go to the toolkit. And these gives you, the toolkit gives you lots of information about daily themes, employers and stakeholders, various different stakeholders and resources that you can get involved with, download there and promote National Apprenticeship Week 2026. Now, the themes of the week revolve around skills for life, which is why we're talking about skills for employment today. Because these skills for employment are actually skills for life, as I will go through in a moment. So this week we are talking about today's days is skills for life, and we're promoting some case studies throughout the week. So this is why we're doing skills for employment today, to promote that. Tomorrow is Employer Tuesday, and we've got some employers on a webinar with us all about apprenticeships and a Q&A for employers to find out more. On Wednesday, we have a webinar with actual apprentices and former apprentices, so employers can actually find out, and other would-be apprentices can find out more about being an apprentice on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we have a T-level talk, because Thursday is T-level Thursday. So this is what we're doing all throughout the week. And then we'll be celebrating all these things through social media on Friday. So that is the themes for the week. And that is National Apprenticeship Week 2026. And we do hope you get involved. Thank you for being here today or listening in after, as this is being recorded and will be available after for people to view. So back to the important thing, and that is skills for employment. This is an initiative that the RNN Group set up about 18 months ago. It was set up by a number of people in the organisation, and it was following a number of group meetings with employers asking what skills do they want to see in their employees, and they all talked about these power skills. Power skills are incredibly important nowadays. Power skills are what you call transferable skills. They are the skills that can't really be taught, but are more learnt through practical development, through everyday communication. And it's these skills that employers were saying to us that their new employees lacked. And it didn't matter actually in many instances what age they were. They lacked these basic skills. And these skills are really crucial because these are the skills that you can transfer from job to job to job. You can come to the RNN Group and go to one of our colleges and get a training course, and you can do that course, let's say a level 3 in healthcare or a level 1 in money management. But the important thing is that will give you that course, and that's really important, that qualification for that area. But what you also need to thrive in the world of work is power skills. And we talk to our learners about these skills all the time. So the definition of power skills, they used to be called soft skills, but I don't like that term. A lot of people don't, because they are now so important in the world of work. It's a set of transferable and in-demand competency skills that can help individuals be successful in a rapidly changing work environment. So, as I say, academic qualifications gets you the interview, but in many cases, especially in the interview, power skills gets you the job. So we tell our learners you have to skill up or you will lose out, which is why we've set up skills for employment. So skills for employment is really, really interesting because it is a concept born from listening to our employers about what they want in their workforce. And it allows employees to get those future employees to get the skills you as employers need. And that is through our students learning about skills for employment. So these are the skills that we have picked up. These have been put together through listening to employers, looking at the local plans about what it is that the economy is needing. And these are the sort of 10 areas that we want our students to really develop going forward when they move into the world of work. And they can do that here at the RNN Group through an initiative that we'll talk you through in a minute. So communication, creativity, critical thinking, decision making, leadership, adaptability, problem solving, being proactive, having resilience, being reliable, and time management. And it was interesting that all of our employers who we talked to said it's about getting to work on time was one of the key skills they found was lacking in their new workforces. And that was something we wanted to include in there. And I will talk to you about the additional element our students can have once they gain all these 10 power skills that employers can view and get an idea of how reliable that potential employee can be. So as you can see here, this is our skills for employment brochure, and I'll show you a bit more on our website in a moment. We have this endorsed by lots of local businesses who really want really want us to really develop learners for the future with these skills. And they've committed to that, and they also know that the learners that they would get as employees will be learning these skills, so are getting the skills that they have asked to be seen in their future employees. So this is why it's really, really important. And as you can see, we align these with Skills for Life, the apprenticeships, and Skills for Life T-levels, because they are important skills for life, transferable skills that can really give you the edge if you have these skills and develop these skills. So what do students need to do? How does it work? Step one, what happens? It's very, very simple. A student chooses a power skill and they complete those tasks to obtain a certificate signed off by their tutor. Step two, each power skill certificate will be recognised by our current and future employer partners when applying for vacancies and placements. What happens is they complete a task, usually 3 examples of that task. Let's say it's communication. They have to prove they've been good on the phone, good face-to-face with the customer, and good in an email. And they can do this. We have live commercial activities across the sites, whether it's hair and beauty salons and our Warncliffe, so they can easily prove this. Or whether it be through their work experience, they can talk to their work experience employer, or they can talk to the person who helps them if they've got a part-time job to help with these tasks. The tutor signs it off, and once it's signed off, they get a digital certificate saying they have that skill. So it's not one task, just one activity. They've got to do 3 concurrently to ensure they get that power skill. That just proves that it's not just a one-hit wonder. They really are getting those power skills that they need in those areas that they'll get that digital certificate for. So it's really quite simple, and we use our internal systems to be able to do that, navigate. So it allows them to do this on a day-to-day basis. So these are the things they can do. There are so many ways they can do it, and we work. We go through this during National Careers Week with them, and in the beginning of their time here, about all the ways they can ensure they can get those power skills and those certificates, which they can put on, show future employers, put in their CV, and put in their LinkedIn accounts too. And these are the ways they can do that. As you can see, many aspects and ways they can showcase their learning and find a place that they can do that learning too. Because this is not something that we learned in the classroom. This is done by working in teams, working in projects, in clubs or activities, whatever that may be. That's how you develop these skills. I mentioned LinkedIn. This is also for you out there listening, but also we talk about this so you're aware how important the world of LinkedIn is, and it's a vast platform for networking. And we try and encourage our learners to get onto this social media platform. We recognise that social media platforms aren't always as productive as we would want them to be for our learners, but certainly LinkedIn is a fantastic way to connect and has many opportunities for careers and development. In fact, 6 people are hired through LinkedIn every minute. This is what we tell our learners, and that 87% of recruiters use LinkedIn to vet candidates for job listings. So it's really important to have your space on LinkedIn. We talk about personal branding, building connections. You can actually learn on LinkedIn as well and get industry insights and start to develop your career by creating comments about the area you're in and developing that. So many ways a learner can develop their career and work on it themselves, as well as getting support from people who are who've hired them or have hired them for work experience too. So lots of ways they can support themselves. This is what we also talk to our learners about, that you don't, the transferable skills, power skills don't require talent at all. And especially these areas, these transferable skills, power skills just require you to just be the best you can be. Being on time, if you think you're going to be late, get up an extra 10 minutes early, give it a bit more 10 minutes on the road or for that bus, work ethic, effort, body language, energy, attitude, passion, being coachable. We talk about that to our learners for our staff who are there to help develop their careers, and being coachable, wanting to learn is really important. Doing that extra just to put your head above that parapet and say, look at me, I'm doing that extra because I really want this, and being prepared. So this is sort of the easy part. Listening to this is what you can do to support this. If you want to be part of that gold standard certification, email in to us here, and I'll show you the webpage in a minute, and to support this fantastic initiative. Be part of those employers that want to endorse it, and we can then hopefully send you learners who've got many of these power skills and skills for employment that will help you develop and grow your business. You can get involved. You can help with work experience. We're always needing support with work experience. We're always needing mentors and employer academies to come on in and support and join us. And I'll show you a bit about this on the website in a minute. And then, there are many ways you can do that. You can get in touch with James Godsall, our Director of Employer Partnerships, or me here as the Director of Marketing, to get involved with those, that if you want to get involved with employer forums. So what I'm going to do now is share another screen that would allow you to see much of what we do at the moment. So I'm just going to escape that. So this is the RNA Group's website. And if you go into partner with us, you can find all about skills for employment here. These really crucial information. Not only that, you can have a look at our leaflet we've got there for employers on skills for employment, and we regularly promote these at the many events, especially with the chamber we're going to. So if you're at the chamber event this week on Wednesday at Holiday Inn, the construction exhibition will be there, and you can have one of these leaflets and take them away and find out more. Really important, that is. But yeah, on our website, you can find out a lot more about, as I talked about, being on our advisory boards, being an employer academy, many options for you as an employer to get involved with the RNN Group, irrespective of skills for employment. So that is, in a nutshell, skills for employment and all that it is to do with the RNN Group. I would just like to remind you, we have some fantastic webinars this week, and I can show you that now. We have a webinar every day this week. So tomorrow it's all about Tuesday the 10th of February, you've got apprenticeships. We have additional apprenticeships on Wednesday and Thursday, all throughout the week. So do ensure you are getting in touch and logging on to those webinars that are going on throughout the week. And that is it for Skills for Employment and the start of National Apprenticeship Week, which is very exciting. Thank you so much for listening and hearing all about Skills for Employment, a fantastic initiative the RNN Group is running. If you have any more questions or any other queries you want to make, again, lucy.barnwell@rnngroup.ac.uk. Have a wonderful day. Thank you ever so much for listening. Bye-bye.